All right, give me a thumbs up if you can see, and I'm gonna move back a little bit. All right, so the title is The Tiny Seed, and the author and the illustrator is Eric Carle. We talked about the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Eric Carle is the one who was the author and illustrator of that. And then on Friday, Miss Hall is going to read a book that's also written and illustrated by Eric Carle. So you can usually, just like with a lot of illustrators, you can tell as soon as you look at a book, usually if it's illustrated by Eric Carle. All right, so the title is The Tiny Seed. Here's the title page. All right, so I'm going to hold it just like this. It's a little different on here than it is when I'm reading before. All right. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. All right, what is autumn? What is another word for autumn? Think about that. What did we talk about? Another word for autumn is what season? Fall, right? It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? So this is the tiny seed, and then all of these other seeds are bigger. And we will learn about with seeds how different things carry them. Wind can carry seeds, animals can carry seeds, all different types of ways. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. So you can see down here, here's the tiny seed, and it keeps flying, even though one got too close to the sun and it was burned up. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. So think about what happens to a seed if it's frozen. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. So it's still back here by itself, and they kind of all leave the tiny seed. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind. But the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. You see it right here? It's low, and it's low down towards the ocean. One seed drifts down onto the desert. So think about, is the desert hot or cold? Does the desert get a lot of rain? Does a seed need rain? So think about, make a prediction. What do you think is going to happen to that seed if it drops onto the desert? Do you think it's going to be able to grow? One seed drops down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. So this one that landed in the desert is not going to be able to grow. It doesn't have enough rain, does it? Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten, though. It is so small that the bird does not see it. So it was too small, so the bird wanted the big fat seed instead. Now it is winter. So we started off and it was springtime, right? And then it went through the summer and the fall, and now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. So again, because it was tiny, The mouse did not see it, so hopefully we will see what's going to happen to that tiny seed. Now it is spring, so after winter, it becomes spring, and we know what happens in the springtime. Things start to grow, don't they? After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big, fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants. Because weeds make the plants not want to grow. So that little plant died, even though the seed started to grow, but this big fat weed took over it and it couldn't grow. That's why we pull the weeds in our gardens, right? The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry. But finally, it starts to grow into a plant. So it needs the sun and it needs the rain to grow, doesn't it? The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and the springtime. One child does not see the plants as he runs along, and he breaks one. Do you see his foot? He stepped on the plant and he broke it. Now that little plant cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Look at this big guy. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. Which is more, 7 or 3? 7, right? There's more leaves on the flower, and he only still has 3. And look, a bud, and now a flower. So before a flower becomes a big flower, it's a tiny bud that has to open up. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the big flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. So now that big flower that was growing faster than tiny seed has been picked and given to someone. Now it is summertime. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and it does not stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. Have you ever seen a tree that is, a flower that is that big, taller than trees and houses? Sunflowers do grow really big, but I've never seen one that big before. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. So even though it started as a tiny seed, it was able to grow into a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. See, look at all the birds and the butterflies and the bees. They're all coming to see the giant flower. Now it is autumn again. Remember, autumn means fall. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. So what do you think is going to happen to all the seeds in the middle of that flower when the wind starts to blow? You think that maybe those seeds are going to start traveling again? The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. So just like we learned about the seed has like a little seed coat, and it will open up and protect the seed. So sometimes flowers, like sunflowers, have lots of seeds in the middle, and that seed pod can open up and all the seeds will come out. But the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod pops open. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. So it's happening again. That's why we call it a life cycle, because then from the flower comes more seeds, and from those seeds comes another flower, and from that flower come more seeds. So it's a life cycle. It all comes back again. So I bet there'll be a little tiny seed that comes from that flower that grows to be a giant flower, just like the original tiny seed did. All right.